Welcome back, Mzansi. You're still on your Feel Good Breakfast show right here on S3, and it's so good to be with you, especially when we get to celebrate absolutely incredible humans. This morning, we are sitting down with a king who started out, on the guitar in the background, but then he came to the forefront, and he is absolutely killing it. We love the fact that we get to celebrate him today because we have got some incredible performances from him. But the question is, who exactly am I talking about? Well, everyone, I'm going to need you to just put your hands together because we have got one of our absolute faves and someone who continues to kill it in the music industry, and he's here with his new song Belowe. Everyone, let's give him a feel-good welcome. It is none other than Danny Smoke. Danny, how are you?
Good, and you? It's the first time anybody's ever called me a king, but thank you.
You are exactly that, Danny.
Awesome, thank you.
And I love that you are just taking your throne and absolutely owning it, especially as someone who, like I said, was in the background before, and now you're in the forefront. Talk to us a little bit about, let's talk from the beginning, actually. Just how it is that you got into music, because you come from a musical family.
Yeah.
But, how did that build you up to be the artist that you are today?
I think it's something that chooses you. I always say, like music, it's like you don't choose music, chooses you. So it was, I grew up in a musical family. My father was also a guitar player. My sister is a bass player. You're going to see her later. She plays with me.
Yes.
And then I just, luckily for me, my mom was cool enough to say, I'm allowed to drop out of school to pursue music.
Okay, no, sorry, it's not good to drop out. Sorry, it's because I'm also a dropout. But yes, I understand.
Awesome. But like to pursue my dream, and I'm living my dream now, to sit here and do an interview with you on TV. Like I dreamt about this as a young boy.
Yes.
So it's just lovely to be able to do this and like to have success with it.
Yes.
Is amazing. Not that I'm saying I'm there where I want to be.
Yeah.
But like I'm climbing that ladder, and it's very lekker for me.
You see why I call you a king? Because only kings can take their dreams and actually make them a reality. And I love the fact that your, career isn't linear. You started in the background, now you're at the forefront. I think that so many people sometimes need to hear about a journey like that because sometimes it needs to look like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But let's talk about, what it is that finally motivated you to step out and say, okay, I'm going to start doing things for myself and I'm going to be in the spotlight.
Look, it was a big jump for me because I was quite successful as a guitar player and as a producer, and I enjoyed that.
Yes.
And I worked with fantastic people through my career. So, in the one side, I felt like, I'm one of the guys.
Yes.
In the background, and then one of the guys that I worked with a lot, his name is Johan Foster. He kept on pushing me, saying like, "Why don't you do your own thing?" And I was like very shy.
Yeah.
Because it's something that, because it's in the same industry, but it's two different positions.
That's true. Yeah.
So I had all this experience on this side, and then moving to a singer or artist, whatever.
Yeah.
It's like totally new. You start from scratch.
So much more pressure.
Yeah.
Yes.
And like, is there something in my nose right now? Are my teeth clean? So it's like, it was a big jump, but I'm growing into it now.
Yeah.
And it's almost exciting because I'm not saying I've reached my ceiling.
Yeah.
But like I've got so much more to learn now as an artist, and to be on TV and not be nervous, and doing interviews in English. But no, it's awesome for me. So it's like, it was a big jump, but I think I'm there now. For me, I can feel I'm starting to own it more.
I love that. Yeah, and your Engels is baie mooi.
Baie donkey.
But Danny, talk to us about your lyrics, because you're someone who writes from your own life experiences.
Yeah.
How do you take that pain or that happiness or whatever it is in terms of emotions that you feel and turn it into your music and your lyrics?
I think that the lovely thing about music is obviously it's a universal thing. And like every single song, it's got a purpose.
Yeah.
So I try and write that way. Obviously, when I write something like a song that you'll hear later, which, in Afrikaans, it just means to dance.
Yes.
And lots of people laughed at the song, but I keep on saying, like, I've never seen anybody at my show dance on that song with a frown,
Yeah.
They're always happy.
That's
so
true.
a song like that, it's got its place. And the new song that I'm releasing now, that's released, Belowe, it's a love song. I wrote it about my first dance with my wife on my wedding. So that's something different again. And I think that's why music will will be there forever. You know, it's this whole thing of everybody's scared about AI right now and writing songs with AI.
Yeah.
The personal thing about a song will always come across. And so that's why it's lovely for me to be able to write my own songs.
I love that.
You know?
And speaking of your own song, and especially the one you just shared about the declaration of love, which is about your first dance with your wife, that is so special. Talk to us about Belowe. You know, of course you told us that it came from the first dance, but what made you be like, I want to write about this, and got you to that?
Funny thing is, I was trying to write a totally different song.
Oh, hectic.
And I sat there and I was like, I'm not happy with this and I'm not happy. And I started writing again. And as I wrote some part of the song, I realized like this is something totally different. And I'm writing very personal now because I always try not to be too personal because then you get too close to the song.
Okay.
And then I was just like, I'm just going to do it, you know. I'm just going to write this song. I'm going to finish it. I'm going to send it to my record label and hopefully they love it because usually they'll say, yeah, it's a good song, but it's not your vibe right now.
Darling.
And then they loved it. And
I love that.
And it's so cool for me to be able to sing about that because you know why? I think everybody wants to be loved and everybody wants to love somebody.
Beautiful. And you know what, Danny? I love the fact that you are able to communicate that with your lyrics, with your music, and just make everyone feel loved, even just with that song. So I can't wait for all of us to just jam along to it because I'm glad you're not going anywhere. Mzansi, Danny Spoke is the person we are celebrating this morning as our musical guest. And you got to stick around because you heard he's going to be performing not once, but twice. And we cannot wait for it. But right about now, as he does a little bit of a sound check, we're going to head on out to Cape Town. Cape Tizi Fo Shizi, I heard you're building things there, hey? Playing Bob the Builder or something like that.